talk about getting dressed. This is not where I had planned to start. I thought I'd talk about music, headphones, give an update on what I've been up to, why I'm starting to vlog in the first place. But then a couple of things came to my attention. One was that Roberto Osuna, the closing pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, was arrested for domestic assault. I don't want to talk too much about that. I don't want to speculate. It's disappointing. It's sad. I'm angry. The reason I want to talk about Osuna, and this has nothing to do with trying to make an apology for him, but last year he missed a few starts for the Jays, and it turned out that the reason was he was suffering from anxiety. This is a young guy, 22, 23, and he was talking pretty openly about anxiety, the effect, and that he needed to take some time to deal with it. I thought it was brave, surprising to see a professional athlete talk about that. And, I'm hoping that we're finally getting over some of these stigmas around mental health and anxiety and depression and all these different things that can happen. And the other reason I'm bringing up Osuna specifically, let's bring this back to getting dressed. I was in therapy a few years ago doing something called CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, I think. I was right, cognitive behavioral therapy. One of the things I was dealing with was having trouble getting dressed in the morning. Some days I would get so overwhelmed by it that I just wouldn't be able to leave the house, or I'd leave the house really late. It was almost like I was trying to solve some kind of crazy logic puzzle in my head. And this brings it back to baseball. I imagined my clothes like pitchers in baseball. If I had worn them on a specific day, the way a pitcher, if he pitches, he has to rest. I thought if I wore a shirt or a pair of pants on a certain day, then I couldn't wear them for a certain number of days. Then some pants only go with some shirts. Maybe it was cold outside. And so there was all these permutations going on in my head. It just became this puzzle of like, is this the right thing to wear today? Is this the right outfit? I dealt with this in therapy to try to get over it because it was negatively affecting my life. So we came up with a plan, and that plan consisted of first timing myself to see how long it would take me on certain days, assign a stress level to that particular time, and then make some notes about it. And then the next step was that I had to have a time limit. I had to do it within 10 minutes. And if I didn't choose an outfit, I was up to my wife to just choose something for me, and I had to wear it. I found my notebook that I used when I was in therapy. Oh yeah, here we go. Disaster. It took me almost an hour. My anxiety level was 8. Yeah, some days just went that way. And I stopped. I did a bit of work from home and then tried again. The good news is it's gotten better. I think I've just gotten over that fact of it has to be right. And this is how I dealt with it. The problem was that I thought it was silly. Thought it was kind of ridiculous. And that's the problem I think people have sometimes with their mental health. They think that some of their problems don't matter, or that other people have more important problems. If they don't have big problems like someone else, then their problems aren't as important. A lot of it has to do with getting over that feeling of this is silly, or it doesn't matter, or it's ridiculous. If something is negatively affecting your life, that's not good. We have to start to learn, for those of us who haven't, a lot of people have, but those of us who haven't learned, as I'm still learning, to treat our mental health the same way we would treat another ailment, another illness, another sickness, another injury, because these things do matter and they affect our families and they affect our friends. Let me move and talk about the other thing that came to my attention and why I'm talking about this today. What the heck am I talking about? I feel like I'm reaching my potential. I feel like I belong. I make the world a better place. I don't worry about what others think of me. I enjoy my life. Knock me down and I'll get back up again. These are not all things that I would always say. I got these from mentalhealthweek.ca. And that's the second thing I discovered, that it's Mental Health Week this week until May 13th. And that brings this all kind of together for me. The clothes, the way I think of them like pictures, this weird thing in my head. It's just one example of getting help for something and it making a huge difference in my life. This is what Mental Health Week is about. It says mental health is about more than mental illness. It's more than being happy all the time. It's about feeling good about who you are, having balance in your life, and managing life's highs and lows. Everyone deserves to feel well, whatever their mental health experience, and we all need a support system to lean on. So, if you are somebody struggling in any way, I hope you're getting the help that you need, and if not, I hope you'll be willing to ask for it. I'm somebody who's always available to talk if somebody needs to talk. about this kind of thing. If you know somebody who's struggling, go to this website. I'll link it in the description. There's a toolkit, all kinds of information. You can donate to them. Like I said, this is not where I had planned to start, but it is something I plan to talk about at some point because it is an important topic. It's close to me in a lot of ways. Maybe I can do a little bit of good or at least spread the word. There's a hashtag too, #GetLoud. It's worth checking out and having these conversations more and more so these things aren't so stigmatized. A bunch of things happened this week and came together that made me want to talk about this and made me want to share while it's Mental Health Week. It's getting better, but it's still going to take some time. For me too. I work at this every day. I'm getting better. Talking about it helps. It's me saying it out loud. It's me giving voice to these problems and giving voice to the fact that I don't want them to rule my life and define me. If you like this, let me know. Comment about your experiences related to this topic. It won't always be like this. I do also plan to talk about all kinds of other things. Like I said, this is important and this is close to my heart. So this is where we're starting. Thanks for watching.